everyone, Tony Talabzadeh with the Condo Sharks. We're at the sales office for AKRA Living. We're going to be talking with my colleague, Neil, who's going to be representing the developer on this project. Let's learn a little bit more.
We're excited to work with you on this amazing project. So thank you both for coming into our amazing sales gallery here, which is the magnificent sales gallery for AKRA. We're located at 90 Eglinton Avenue West. So would encourage you and your clients to pop in and see some of the finishes and some of the building information that we have here. So we're going to quickly run through and showcase some of the project information.
Okay.
So before we quickly jump into the building highlights, Tony, let's quickly talk about some of the finishes you're seeing in the sales gallery today. So the curved style wall, the curved style lighting. This is an example of the finishes, obviously not to scale, that you're going to see in the lobby of the building. Lots of planting as you walk through the lobby to the back of the building. You're going to have this beautiful zen herb garden, which will obviously be a huge asset to the residents. When we talk about the building itself, we're 22 stories, 200 beautiful suites. So we really are a boutique style building, which is very relevant to this location because you're going to see a huge amount of, high-rise buildings coming to Yonge Eglinton. There's huge advantages to having a smaller style building in the next 5 or 10 years.
More high density.
More high density from a resale point of view, from an assignment point of view, from a rental point of view. There's huge assets to have that as well. When we talk about the building itself, again, when you see some of the details we'll showcase in a moment, the first 6 floors of the building, there's this beautiful Danish brick. So they're importing the first 6 floors, the brick will be from Denmark. So again, this just shows the level of detail that this developer is going to put into the project. Okay? So as we go through it, we can jump into some of the kitchen finishes and the washroom finishes as well. So we're very fortunate here at AKRA, Tony, as well. The standard finish, or if it's the upgrade finish, whatever you choose, whether the buyer is buying for investment or whether it's for end use, whatever the purpose is, the standard finish is really, really good. So we'll talk about the kitchen a little bit. Again, you'll have professional designers, consultants with curators who will go in more in-depth detail with each buyer to go through the finishes, the colorings. Right. But a quick overview, it's a beautiful two-tone style, two-tone color kitchen, Now what you're seeing here will be standard 30-inch appliances. This is for larger suites. Your smaller suites will have a 24-inch appliance. Sure. This beautiful island that we have here in front of us, this will be an upgrade. So again, depending on your floor plan, we're very lucky that the floor plans at AKRA are very user-friendly. So you will have options to upgrade to put an island in place as well. Cool. Again, if you want to go one step further, if you're looking for end use, you can go for your Italian-inspired lights as well. These are all upgrade finishes. Now, one thing, again, which I'd really like to highlight for AKRA, especially for your buyers or your investors, that pantry space is something you don't see in condo living anymore. This is a huge advantage to have. So even our smaller suites, you have this option to upgrade to put your pantry in place. Again, I would really encourage anybody that's looking at condo space that you kind of avail of these upgrade options, especially at the pantry as well. What you're seeing, dishwasher, your appliances are all built in. The covering section here, the paneling on the fridge freezer and the dishwasher would be an upgrade feature. Okay. Again, we can go through then some of the color palettes. The standard finish is very, very strong money. You can get different color selections in your flooring. But again, if you want to upgrade to herringbone flooring, these are all things you can do with our in-house designer who's actually based out of the sales gallery here as well. So she'll be able to go through everything in a lot more detail. Sure. Again, we can pop over to the washroom finishes. So again, similar to our kitchen finishes, Tony, the washroom finishes are at a very high standard, even without going into your upgrade packages. You can see this is an example. There is upgraded features here, for example, the paneling and the display features. Yes. But the washroom finishes and the black style faucets, which are usually technically considered upgrades in a lot of projects, they are standard. So that is a standard type faucets as well, which is really nice to see. Now, one of my favorite features is this magnificent walk-in wardrobe. This is not something you see in condos. A lot of high-end hotels have been implementing this kind of space. The idea behind this is to let natural light right through the wardrobe into your washroom space. So again, it's all about getting light into your condo. Traditionally, when you walk into your condo, you walk in from the back of the condo, so they can be quite dark spaces. Absolutely. Now again, if you're concerned with privacy, a lot of people have asked this question, you can tint the glass. Okay. You lose about 50% of the natural light by doing this. Now, showcasing what AKRA do and why we're so different to everyone else with this, with Curated as a developer. The developers personally went to Milan, they went to a demo center, and they went to actually see this in in this display. So again, it is an upgrade feature. It's only specific to a handful of units.
Okay.
If you are interested in it, we'd have to look at each floor plan.
Well, the option is there.
The option is there.
Great to know.
So again, Tony, obviously location is very, very important, like all things in real estate. This has got everything going for it. So when we talk about transit and accessibility, we've got a near perfect transit score at AKRA. We're right at the corner of Erskine and Redpath. We're on the northeast corner. Again, when you talk to a lot of investors or end users, it's all based on transit accessibility. We quickly talk about what's going on in this location. You've got the new LRT crossdown. I know you've seen delays. It is coming. It'll certainly be there by the time AKRA is ready, which is 2025, 2026. For sure. So again, you're 4 minutes to Yonge Street from AKRA, walking. So again, the nice thing about it, which people like, is you're not on Yonge, you're not on the craziness, but you're still very close to it.
Absolutely.
Also very important, you're less than a 10-minute walk to the subway and obviously the new LRT. Of course, then obviously you've got your bus services as well. So from a transit point of view, very, very accessible, if not more accessible than other parts of downtown, because north, south, east, west, geographic standing point of view, it's very, very accessible. It doesn't get much more beneficial than that. Okay. When we quickly talk about the building itself, we can quickly show you some of the features and some of the finishes. So again, we talked about this beautiful red brick earlier on, the first 6 floors of the building. Before we jump into the internal finishes, we need to talk about the designers. So Chappie Chapo are the designers who are working with Curated. If you're not familiar with Chappie Chapo, they're the Rolls Royce of the design world, okay? They've done the Four Seasons, the Ritz, a huge amount of high-end hotels, 5-star hotels around the world. This is believed they're only their second residential project. It is a testament to Curated as a developer that somebody like Chappie Chapo have agreed to work with them. They don't just work with anyone. So again, this is a huge asset to have. You're going to see Chappie Chapo influence throughout all the communal areas and all the finishes in the building as well. So again, thank you, Tony, for joining us here at AKRA today. Always a pleasure meeting up with you and the team.
Thank you.
Obviously, we have a very close relationship. So it's, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Tony directly. We'd love for you to come in with your clients to go in through everything in more detail. But yeah, any questions, let us know.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Neil, for taking your time and going through this amazing project in so much detail. As you guys have seen, we briefly touched upon some of the stuff here, but
there's a lot to talk about.
There's definitely a lot more to talk about. And the best way to do it is reach out to me, and I'll be happy to arrange a time with Neil and the rest of the team to come and see this amazing project in further detail and really see what sort of value the project like this brings versus some of the other ones that we're seeing pop up across the sea.
And we're available anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.